if you want to understand why shifting your perspective is the most important first step to embodying a different identity, let's use pain as an example. Okay? So, if we are in pain, as we normally say, right? That means that we are currently embodying this experience of pain, which means we are believing we are in pain, we are thinking we are in pain, we are speaking in pain, from pain, and therefore we are acting in pain and from pain. Right? You see how we can simply break down the perspective like that? Now, someone who doesn't want to be in pain, right, which is the problem, they want relief, which would be the solution. Now, the solution would not be inside of the pain body, which is you, right? It would technically in this moment be outside of you, and that's what we want. We want to reach for some relief. We might call that an over-the-counter. We might call that something like that might be something like therapies, or looking for some sort of support, usually externally. But while we do have assistive measures, such as like ibuprofen, not a big deal. They're there for a reason. They're to assist us while we do internal relief. You see, what a lot of people tend to do when in a pain body is they will continue to speak and think and believe they're in pain until it kind of just comes out of their focus, if it does at all. But if you don't want to keep experiencing the same pattern, why don't we try solving a different problem? Because when you think about it, when we are in certain spaces and in certain vibrations, it's because we keep solving the same problem over and over and over again. Do you know what problems that you are choosing to solve are the patterns that you're accepting? To embody a different identity, to embody a body that knows relief more than it knows pain, because pain's inevitable, we're humans, but that knows relief more than it knows pain, we'd be asking different questions. We'd be solving different problems on a regular basis. So I think it's important when it comes to shifting our identity, understanding that it's not just that we're affirming things, we're also asking questions. We do that every day. In fact, we're always asking for something. That's what wanting is. That's natural to us. We're told we're not supposed to want things. We're not supposed to want things. We're not supposed to want things. And it's like, that's the very first thing we do when we're born. We want relief from this uncomfortable situation. We see it as a sign of life to it's so natural to want. So you not wanting to be in pain is not only natural, but what's not natural is to stay in it because it deteriorates the body rapidly. We're all eventually going to exit. We're going to have our sunset, right? But for rapidly, it's speeding up, right? That sickness, that illness can speed it up if we don't pay attention to it. But instead of targeting it like a problem, what if we said, how is my pain serving as a solution? What is it doing for me right now? Make everything work for you. You want to be wealthy? Well, your definition of wealth may not be my definition of wealth and somebody else's, but stick to it. I want to be wealthy. And then allow yourself to experience what your version of wealthy is. Now, you can do that by asking, well, what questions would I be asking on a regular basis if I was, say, financially stable and secure, mainly secure? If I was feeling secure with my finances, what would be a potential problem that I could be dealing with? What could be a potential problem? Maybe there's an issue when it comes to logging in or signing up for my new bank account for a high yield account. You know what I mean? What kind of problems do I want to be facing? Because honestly, that's where the bravery comes in to shifting identities. You have to be willing to understand it's going to come with a new set of problems, the new perspective, the new identity. Because the world is full of chaos, and we're here to want, we're here to anticipate, we're here to express. So there's going to be contrast that shows up. So why can't the contrast be different questions that we ask ourselves? That's what you would be doing in a new perspective, in a new body, in a body full of relief, solving different problems, experiencing different challenges, recognizing that, oh, if this is my problem, I'm pretty blessed. Take some time to think about, what would I rather be answering to?